Good evening. Alexa, next song. Oops. Okay. Excuse my cough. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So, please say hi if you're logging in. Hi, Jan. I'm loving that I'm loving where I'm getting to know where everybody's from. Hi, Patty. Look at me. I'm all kind of dressed up because after this, I got to go zoom out the door and head to a little something something. So we have a couple minutes, and I am working on something, so I'm going to share it. Hi, Donna. Hi, Angie, my friend. I look a little washed out in these lights, and I might need to turn them down a bit, but it's better to show my work. So how is everybody? I'm kind of obsessed with a project right now, which I'm going to share tonight. I didn't really plan on painting, but I'm going to paint. I'm not dressed for it, but can anybody hear the music in the background? I look very festive. Thank you. I have my new boots on. Did anybody see my new boots? Oh my God. Did you ever see Elf? This is the weirdest thing. Hi, Terry. I won't scream this out, but let me. Kiddos out the door. Okay, I'm doing them right now. I'm filling the pages right now, and I'm kind of obsessed, but I had to go to work. So, Donna, I'm recording. Well, I have Elf, of course. Who does not own Elf? Is my favorite Christmas movie. And do you ever hear when he goes, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. So that today I put my new boots on, and I was yelling, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. Don't be a cotton-headed ninny, Muggins. I love Elf. So that's tonight. I'm gonna watch Elf when I get home. I know it's horrible. My kids hate how much I love that movie. Yet I hate Elf on the Shelf. So go figure. Anyway. So let's see. Let's make sure I can see. Okay, there we go. I see it. Okay. Please say hi if you're logging in. Okay, don't want to hear me. I don't want to hear me. I love Elf. It's the best. I will show you my boots. I will show you my boots. Alexa, next song. Okay, so it's almost 5:30. I'm gonna share what I've been working on, which I started last night with. So with my Artful Journey group, I have something called Wine with Wine, which is basically us drawing and painting with wine. Patty, you have not seen Elf. Patty, please, you are going to love it. It is I'm not a big, well, I love Christmas stuff, but Elf is the best movie. I mean, that and Christmas Vacation. Oh my God, Jan, my Elf on the Shelf, which I could kind of kick myself. My kids missed that genre of stuff because they're older. But a couple years ago, I mean, we do have one. And my son, I would wake up. My son would. would put it in the freezer, like would put it in the refrigerator. So I would find him in random locations. So my best memory of Elf on the Shelf is my son. And he does stuff just to make me bust up laughing. Remind me to tell you guys the paper plate story. Oh my God, you guys. If you haven't seen Elf, Patty, my assignment to you is you have to get Elf. It's on right now. It's on like one of the, I don't know, cable channels. It's not, it's with the commercials, but see it without the commercials. Okay. Alexa off, even though I love the song. Okay. So it's 5:31. I will get rid of this little thing because we know what we're doing tonight. Welcome to my studio. I did wine with my Artful Journey group last night, and I started a project because I got I get gifts. I get lots of really cool gifts. I mean, at work, I get Harry and David's, and I get like Wine Club, and I seem to get a lot of popcorn, which unfortunately, I can't eat popcorn. And I do, and I get a wild headache. It happens every time to me. You know what? I didn't even check. I'm going to change microphones, and I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me? I need to change to Hank. Hi, Patricia. And I'm going to move Hank right front and center. Hello. I was just listening to Barbra Streisand. That's what I feel like singing tonight. Anyway, so everybody, so we can all call Patty Donahue out, who I love and I know, so I can do this. She hasn't seen Elf, so she is required to see Elf. Okay? Loud and clear. Good. Thank you, Hank, the magic mic. So people probably tune in and wonder what this big guy is right there. But anyway, so I've been thinking a lot about, obviously, the holidays, and I'm quite thrilled because I can't say tonight, but I have a surprise for my kids, and so that happens on Friday, but my parents, their grandparents, will be here tomorrow night, so you're catching me in the thick of everything, and I'm kind of disorganized, but I don't let the holiday season get to me. I don't know why, but I would first love for all of you to introduce yourselves and say where you're from. And I love it because we build a community and everybody begins to know one another, and I love it. So if you're lurking and you're nervous and you don't want to introduce yourself, please do it. I know this is a busy time of year. So I thought I'd keep it light and airy and fresh. And I would just talk about Christmas and New Year's. And I'm making a gift, which I'm not really a handmade gift giver. I'm a write a check gift giver. I come from a very practical family, and so I asked the kids, what do you want? What size do you want it in? What color do you want it in? Do you want it with fur? Do you want it without fur? Do you want it, with pink trim? And that is where it seems that the holiday escapes. So for us, it's about being together as family. So my family is required. My twins have their final exams that end on Friday, and I have a surprise for them, but I can't say it here because I know my kids, they're very sneaky, and they are required to be home after final exams, no saying they want to go to lunch, and then my parents will be here, and I'm going to have a full house, and my oldest is going to be here, and we're going to go to my daughter's season home opener. So for me, Christmas is about their presents, not the presents. Get it? Okay. And hi, Leslie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Mark from West Michigan. Hi, Terry. By the way, Mark is a friend from high school. So, hi, Donna. I will try to. Hi, Anne. I need to like memorize where everybody's from. And so anyway, for those of you who go bah humbug, I don't buy Chia Pets for everybody. They don't. I'm like, Christmas for us is like, I don't know, eggnog and this and that and really fun games. I love playing games. And actually my kids always say, it's like, oh, this is so out of hand, Mom. I'm like, I only ask you to do this one time a year and Mother's Day. And if you screw up Mother's Day, you're doing it again. So, but I'm so lucky that I get like really amazing gifts this time of year. And I'm not the best gift giver. And I share a lot of my art. And sometimes friends will say, I just want you to paint something, or I want you to do something for me. So I just send it. And this year I got to thinking, and I'm like, it's about opening yourself up and doing more and sharing more. And I got a gift from, I'm going to call her my aunt, but she's not my aunt. And I'm sorry, the lights are really harsh because I'm going to share some artwork that I'm working on. I got this. I love Uno Flip. Jan, Uno Flip is the best game. Okay, so I got this, and it looks like a normal candy cane. But it was in a box. It was really lovely. As you all know, hi Peg, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, oh, happy Hanukkah. So anyway, I got this in the mail, and as you all know, this past year I unexpectedly lost my aunt, who I'm very close to cancer, and it hit me really hard and came out of nowhere. And I was back home in Michigan, and it was like, I was art journaling. Obviously, you know, a lot came back to me. And my aunt's best friend, who I know, and we were friends on Facebook, and I don't know if she's watching, but she and I connected, and the day I found out, I didn't know who to call. Like, who do you call? I'm not going to call my uncle. I'm not going to call my cousin. But I called her, and we talked and cried and all that good stuff. And I'm not really good with emotion either. I don't like to be sad. So we cried it out. We did good. And then when I went back for the funeral, there she was. And it was just like, and we have nicknames for each other. I'm Callie Sally. She's Mustang Sally. And so I got a piece of mail the other day, and it said Dearborn, Michigan. Well, that's where my aunt used to live. So when I would get mail from Dearborn, Michigan, my heart would light up, and I went, package, like, oh my God, my aunt's sending mail from heaven. That's her, though. She would be able to do it. And then I got this package in the mail, and it was this. It's a hand-blown glass candy cane. And so I got this, and there were as a Christmas cards, and then there was one that said "For Your Eyes Only." I won't really read this because it just makes me cry. But I literally thought to myself, my aunt passed away, but in it, my aunt is working in mysterious ways and brought my new Aunt Norma to me. And so now Norma is very close to me, and she sent this to me at the end, and I will write this every year at Greenfield Village, which is also part of my memory because in Michigan my dad worked across from Greenfield Village in Michigan, Henry Ford. They do a limited edition candy cane. The colors vary, and they're each hand blown by the village artisans. This year's colors are green and white. So since my team beat your team pretty bad, I thought you deserved something happy for Michigan. So now she is like my pen pals from Michigan, and I'm going to cough. Sorry, I got a really bad cough. And she just sent, it's so beautiful. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. But every year, it brought to memories of me giving my art, because I used to be a photographer, and I would always do photos of the kids and I. Here's one. I mean, look at this. I mean, how I dragged an armchair, the dog, and the kids out to the middle of a field one year. And I was a photographer, so I would take photos, and then I would give, my parents every year got ornaments. I mean, every year I did this. Every year I did it. So I have one for like every year. And I finally stopped making the kids do it because, I don't know, after a while they just start screaming at you. And then I have, this past week I went, I have a group of girlfriends that we've known. We were like the village moms. We raised all of our kids together. We carpooled all of our kids, and we've gotten together for an ornament exchange for 1,000 years. And what ended up being our ornament exchange, what ended up happening was because we all got together for Taco Tuesday and had a glass of wine or a beer or whatever. We would joke because my tree all of a sudden became a Taco like Tuesday beer, margarita, martini ornament special. So I said one year, we really have to stop with these gifts because it looks like we're a bunch of alcoholics. So we started with, we designed many ornaments over the years that spoke to us. And I especially connected with my aunt's best friend because I unexpectedly lost my friend to cancer. So we used to be 7 and now we're 6, but every year we get ornaments and I'm so sorry. It got me thinking about sharing my art. So what I want to know for you creative folk, I want to know what you do and what you share and what you make for family members. I'm open to any and all ideas. Sorry. I have a really bad cough and I'm trying to get over it. I actually have cough medicine and a thing over here. Anyway, so another holiday tradition that my, I need to see a doctor. Another holiday tradition that my kids, and I'm going to bring it, we do it every year, is every year I used to do this red card that I would hand make, and I would put words on it, prosperity, love, happiness, joy. I would put all these words, and we would put $8, 8 singles, because 8 on the side is infinity. So every year on New Year's at midnight, the kids and I and parents, we all unwrap these red envelopes. I usually wrapped them in gold or gold foiling. And my kids said, are we still going to do the red envelopes on New Year's? And I said, yeah, like, oh, you're 18 and 23. And the reason we do $8 is because 8 in the Asian culture is lucky. It means infinity. It means wealth and all these other things. And I looked up all the traditions. And so every year, the following day on New Year's, we were required to go sightseeing and each spend our $8 in a special way. So the kids might buy when they were little, they would buy $8 worth of candy. In fact, I can see one of my gifts. Hold on. And this was just like a little tradition that we had. This was one that I picked up, and it was a candle that says "Follow Your Dreams." And I got for my $8 that year, I got this: "May your dreams unfold before you," because my word was dream that particular year. And then there was also this little pad of paper with this little handmade. Looked like a voodoo doll, but it was handmade from, I don't know, South Africa or some other country that some of the money went for good. And it was called a worry pad. And you were supposed to put all your worries down on this pad of paper and then tear it out and burn it, and your worries would go away. I don't know where that worry pad went. I think I lost it. But that for me was something that it was handmade, and we randomly handed them out. So even though I made them with the words, and all the kids and everybody got to contribute to the words. So this year, I mean, we haven't done it in a year or two because the kids are teens and they don't care. And this year they asked, can we do it? And I was like, okay. So we're doing it. And then okay, sorry, I just got news that I guess Donald Trump was impeached through the House of Representatives. You're so creative and imaginative. Wish I had half of that. Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I really want, this year, my big thing is I want the kids and my parents and I and some friends to play Cards Against Humanity, which is the raunchiest, worst game in the world. But I love games, and nobody will play Scrabble with me anymore because I kicked their... Yeah. Anyway. Peg says I make dinner and we celebrate Thanksmas whenever we can all get together. Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah, Thanksgiving kind of gets passed over for me. I don't really get that one. So, I mean, not that I don't get it, but my ex-husband, I just say, take it, and I get, it's like, I want Christmas, Anyway, so I'm going to share a gift that I'm making. But one thing I wanted to encourage everybody, especially as you're learning to paint, extending yourself, you're reaching out into new boundaries, and you have those people around you who are going, that looks amazing. That looks great. That looks this. Hand paint your cards. Hand paint your greetings. Find a new tradition that is, like I said, take the red and everything about that red thing. Red was lucky. The Chinese New Year, all that, everything's red. So I always look up what the Chinese New Year, what the animal is, and I would hand make those every year. This year it's going to be like a red piece of paper with the name written on it. But I'm looking to hear other traditions and things that you guys do. People are like, okay, wait, I don't have anything. And then I'm going to share, I want to thank not my new Aunt Norma, but my Aunt Norma. And I feel so blessed. And I will tell you that I got into the car that day. I had a new outfit on, and I had really nice makeup for work. And I got in the car and cried my eyeballs out. And I'm not really, that great about that. But I realized I am in my 40s, hanging on. And emotions and tears and all that comes so much easier, and that makes me so much more vulnerable, and I love that. Like, I love that I'm putting that out there. So I'm going to share, I'm going to add this camera. Hold on. And I'm going to draw while we're talking. Okay. Oops, I want to turn this off. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't get a chance to do cameras and talk about that. Whoops. Christmas Eve is my favorite. You'll still be able to see me here. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the... all right. Well, hopefully that autofocus won't bother you. Sorry. I didn't really think through the autofocus and all that other crap. All right. Anyway, so I'm still here. So yesterday, with my Artful Journey group, my members, we had such a great time. We do something once a month called Wine with Wine. And I had this, I sometimes go to bed at night, and I probably should sleep. I don't really sleep that well. So, I was thinking about something I could do that was quick, fun, easy, would express myself, and I would just be able to send to my Aunt Norma as a thank you, and not be like, oh, here's my artwork slapping you in the face, but she happens to like it. And so I got this idea to do a card, but who wants to do just a card? So what I did was I had these on hand. You can cut paper. These are just watercolor cards, and they have envelopes with it. So I'm like, let's just keep this simple. And I have 3 of them together. And I did the backgrounds live, and I started to draw, and then I went to bed last night, and I continued drawing, and I painted. And so this is the cover, and it's gonna see, I have to tell Norma it's coming, but if she's watching, I'm in trouble. She'll watch the replay, but this will say to Norma from Callie Sally. And I'm going to write my heartfelt message there so I can make her cry like anything. And then I want every page to just be something different. And so I just started to just paint. And then some will have words, some will have sayings, some will have maybe, just thoughts for the new year. And maybe I have too many pages in this, and I'm going to probably be mad at myself. So this is where I'm at, and I thought while we were sitting here, if you guys are not in a hurry, or if you want, or we can end it in 2 minutes, let me know if you want thumbs up, keep going. If there's no thumbs up, we'll stop, because I always say we're going to keep it to 20 minutes and talk about something that is important. Yeah. I didn't really get a lot. And okay, so here's my idea. I was going to put a cover on it. I was going to do this. I was going to do that. I'm not going to do a big song and dance. I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm either going to do one thing. I'm going to put this all together with a couple binder clips, take a sewing machine, and sew this right here. Okay, I'm watching. Okay. Oh. Okay, the hearts add to it. Okay. Terry said, okay. I mean, this can all go to hell in a handbasket in 7 minutes. And I need to figure out how to turn off the autofocus. But I will. Oh, I found it. Hold on, it's hiding. I want to make sure you guys are not blinded by that. All right, that's good. Okay, thank you. I hate to make people uncomfortable. So I either will take a sewing machine and stitch up it. Now, something when you do these cards, you can do this. You can cut paper. This is not a difficult thing. I'm not doing anything ingenious here. I might trim this down. You see how those inside pages? But I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'm just going to go, this is it. This is it, people. And I'm either going to stitch it, or because I have been lucky enough to be in this industry, this is called an owl. A-W-L, not an owl. And then I have linen thread and beeswax, and this is for bookbinding. I might get a wild hair up my keister because I've always wanted to know how to bind something easily, and it's super simple. I'm not talking about being bound up, but that's not an issue. Okay. These backgrounds were done last night in about a half an hour, all at one time. Took a hairdryer heat gun to them. Those who are in my membership group, Your Artful Journey, this is what we do. Oh, it's an all, I think. Okay. I know. Sorry. So it might be this, it might be that, it might just be my sewing machine. Okay. All. They're telling me all. Got it. Thank you. See? What do I know? So I was just working on this. But my whole goal is to add the words, add the whatever. All right. And be done with it. We're going to call this a freebie page. I don't have to do anything on the back of this. I might even just paint that black. Don't even tell anybody. You guys are not allowed to make fun of me. Yes, you are. All right. Well, since I say I can paint on demand, let's paint on demand. All right. I gotta think. Hold on. I gotta look. I'm gonna cheat. Don't count it when I cheat. Okay, I know what I'm doing there. All right, got it. Cheating. So while we're talking, because I hate radio silence, can you guys see what I'm working? Okay, you can see. All right, and then let me... Oh, so I promised in the beginning I'd show my new boots. Oh, I don't know if I can... Hold on. They're like... Oh, that's the bottom of the new boots. Hold on. Hold on. They're like... Hello. Okay, I promised I would do that at the beginning. Hi, Debbie. I thought people just joining in. They're like, what is she doing? Okay. Well, you guys, I cannot be expected to recreate the wheel every time we're doing this. And now I'm doing it on demand. All right. Let's get rid of these other pages so I'm not slipping and sliding around. All right. I don't know about you girls, but I've gone through a little bit of I have really the smallest feet ever. And then I got pregnant. And then I was carrying 2 for the price of 1. And my feet got bigger. And I think I was in denial. And now I'm just like, hey, I don't care what size my feet are. I ordered them. Where did these come? I think these came from, is it DSW? I was looking for a pair of like riding boots, but I wanted something that was knee high. I took pictures of them today and I put them on my Instagram story because I was so excited. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk and draw, and then you guys are going to realize that I am truly multifaceted. But normally I would have Barbara Streisand playing. I'm going to have to move this back because it's getting on my... Okay. I seem to create to either orchestra music or... musicals. I had Sound of Music last Wednesday. I think we were here and I was by myself. I was jamming to the Sound of Music, which is kind of embarrassing. Hi, Mary. So, okay, if you're newly tuning in, what we talked about tonight was gift giving from the heart and sharing your art. And I just made that up. All right. I've had such a day that this is probably going to look like... I literally left work today and told everybody, I think I need a cigarette and I don't smoke. So some pages I'm going to completely fill up. And I have one little like thing to go into town. And then I'm going to come home and I'm going to carry. So the good thing about this was I was trying to do something. I'm leaving all the words and the what I want to fill in to the very last, because I don't want to share it until I send that to her, because it would be like, I know she follows me on Facebook, and isn't it funny when you find a friend or who becomes family? And I'm very lucky in that regard. I just feel like my aunt is up there going, okay. And I would share more of what's going on. And next week I will share more of what's going on. But I can't because my kids, I've got a surprise going on. And I don't want to ruin it. But my aunt left a very lasting impact on me. And now what I'm doing is repeating this pattern. And this page is just going to be full. I just decided that that's what's going to happen. So what you have to do is kind of keep in mind where the pattern begins and ends. So you're not done with me for the end of the holidays. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but my parents get here tomorrow night, which means I will start learning how to drink in my closet alone. That's not alcohol. I love my parents. I love my parents. Nadine. All right, if you guys are just logging in, please holler that you're here. I love my parents. I love my parents. I also love my TV at high decibels and talking politics. Anyway, so my parents will be here tomorrow, and I have a special. We are going to be here next Monday for a special event, and I'm going to see if I can load the special event. Let me see. Hold on. I want to share. Hold on. Is it this? It might be this? No. Hold on. I'll just find it. I'm going to load the special event. All right. Here is the special event. This is next Monday. Cover me up because who cares about what I'm doing right now? So for those of you who know my papa, next Monday, I'm going to dare to let, against my better judgment, and I would love it if you guys share. I love it when you guys do the whole watch party thing. I have noticed in the past couple of days when I spring loaded, not past couple of days, past couple of weeks, past couple of months, where I kind of spring loaded and announced I was not back and I wasn't dead, but that you guys are sharing so much, and my Facebook page lit up and it's so great. But I'm going to have my dad here for a special event, and he's going to interview me. And when I say interview me, I asked him to think about questions that he wanted to ask me. I am literally just repeating this pattern over and over and over again. So you're watching paint dry. Yes. Yes, my parents were not here last year because they moved to North Carolina to be closer to my brother. And I'll get rid of this. They moved closer to my brother. So I would say grab a beverage. I'm going to have a beverage and probably 7 shots to begin with. And I'm going to let my dad, we're going to talk all things. So first off, my dad is, I think, who I inherited being creative from. Now my mom, I inherited my organizational skills. So if you look around my studio, I got really the best of both of them. I think I also got the worst. But my dad has been the one person in my life, the one person who I would say, Dad, I want to be a photographer and I want to take these classes. Okay, how much is it? When do you have to be? What do we need to do? How do we make it happen? And my dad's always been the right tool for the right job kind of guy. So I would love it if you guys bring questions or email me questions. But I'm going to let him interview me because I thought if I interviewed him, it might get uncomfortable for him. Yes, my parents moved from Michigan to North Carolina, and there was a couple of reasons. They didn't, the weather. And good night, Jan. So I welcome you guys. I'm going to watch the time. We'll stop at about 6:15, and I know this will be fairly done. I'll add details when I get home tonight. I like to take this to bed and just add the final stuff to it. This is all just a repeat of pattern, and that's what this whole page is going to be, and I'm going to fill it in with some black and some white. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave this all black. I'm going to leave this all black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to have odd numbers. So if there's any questions, first off, you'd like him to ask me, or you want me to slip in there and me ask him, I want to cover things about my childhood. And no, it's not a counseling session. I had a good childhood. I got nothing to complain about. Although I think my brother got away with murder, which we'll address because my dad held me to a completely different standard. Odd numbers, you guys. Odd numbers. You know why odd numbers? It's a rule of thirds. When I was a photographer, rule of thirds. It's the way the eye is, the way the eye goes. So that's the way it goes. Okay. And you may not be able to see this down here. Mark, you're working on Monday, so knock it off. Sorry, I'm going to have one little, I have cough syrup that I put on the side. Okay. I hate these stupid, okay. He's working, so I know. It's way more pleasing to the eye, so remember that. So this, for me, is a matter of, the one thing I decided with this whole album is I told you it was going to be black and white. But then I decided I snuck in hints of red. So when I stuck in, and then I threw some white. So when I snuck in the red, I decided to go full force. This is going to have writing in white, so that's why I'm leaving it really plain. This, I'm going to do a lot of detail work on the inside of this. It'll be like a lot of this. And then I'm going to do the black background. So I fill in all the void. So this is already planned out. Okay, my God. I love it when I get... Now this one is going to be a big single flower. I got to pick out what the big single flower is going to be. I was trying to stay kind of... Oh, it's probably going to be something like this. Or I'll do like a sunflower on it. Now, keep in mind, this is probably, oh, this is super easy. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do it right now while we're sitting here. Okay. So this middle part, I'm not going to add, I'm not going to do. A lot of people ask me why I just go with a Sharpie. Just do it, commit. I'm not really big into the whole, pencil thing because it's like, well, if it heads south, I'll figure out how to fix it. Thank you. You guys were really helpful with the background. So I'm sorry I'm not finishing this because I can do it in bed. Okay, that did not come out right. So I hope you guys will join us on Monday. And then the following Monday, I'm going to talk about something special because if you have not been to your artfuljourney.com or you're not a member, please go there. There is a wait list. I only open up the membership. We just launched everything, all the videos, and every month there's going to be a prompt, a technique. There's going to be an interview with industry people, not just my industry, the arts. It's going to be authors and personal development people, and so that's all lined up. And also there's one other thing, technique, prompts, wine with wine, we do that. I I get on to the private Facebook group as regularly as I can. I only do this once a week here, and so this is all about developing us as artists. And if you haven't signed up for the freebies of art journaling, you can sign up for that just to get more information about it. All right, I said I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to commit to this. It's like when you do it. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. That's okay. You know what? That's not what I wanted, but okay. It's going to have some weird built-in hearts, huh? How about that? I hate to say it that now my album has like these weird heart messages. And I'm not a heart person. Okay. This is what I'm talking about when you say commit to it. Okay, and while I'm here, love it when I get to thinking. Anyway, so the following Monday, we're going to talk about a release that's going to happen in January. All right, now this is a little weird because I'm going to throw some acrylic paint on here. That's going to have black. I'm going to try some. Let me think for a minute. Don't make any commitments before you want to make commitments. Hold on, Tracy Ann. All right, you know what? You only live once. And what time? Oh, it's 6:13. I have 2 minutes. All right, I know you guys want it. Somebody said I make it look so easy as I dropped the paintbrush. After a while, you realize you have to I'm going to do this. You have to let it go a little bit. I don't know if this is going to work, but this is Prussian Blue Hue. I've got so many secrets. Do you know where these come from? The Dollar Tree. Okay. So this is acrylic paint. Instead of making this background, what I'd like to do... Oh, no. I got it. Hold on. I'd like to make this middle because it's not just look completely. So I'm going to throw some, like this is acrylic paint. Okay. All right. I decided let's lighten it up a little bit. All right. All right. Yep. A little bit. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's all about the lighter. I think it's all about the lighter. Oh, yes. Bring it back. It's too dark. How do I block that from getting... Hold on, I'm gonna try and do stuff like this. All right. Just, I could totally mask this off, but why? All right. Mary, we need to catch up. I'm back. I'll keep that Prussian blue hue going in there. Why not? Now what I really need to do is, I don't want to get it on the flowers. Hold on. Let's take a small, I usually have a small stencil brush. All right. So I'm just gonna, now the reason I'm kind of going in it like this is because I just don't want it to be this, just me painting the background kind of thing. So I'm just stabbing at it with the paintbrush. That was a stencil brush. And I'm going to fine tune all this, trust me. Oh, that's called a stencil brush. For those of you, this is, you got to have this. You know, this is a Dynasty stencil brush. If you've ever used stencils, it's a must-have, but they are used in painting. I use them all the time. And I will define all this. This will be all darkened in. I'm kind of trying to emulate that in between here. It's a stencil. They call it stipple, which rhymes with kidding. Gotta have it. For those of you who are founding members, you got that in the thank you gift I sent you. Okay. And I know you, for those of you who are thinking, holy yuck, that looks gross, I'm going to promise you I'm going to make something of this because I don't leave. What I want to make sure is I have continuity with this. So that's why I don't want to, like, see, I have some sort of continuity going from one page to another. And this was all a watercolor background. It is a-okay to mix your watercolors and mix your watercolors and mix your acrylics. Acrylics are water-based. I'm not an oils person, so for those of you who ask me oil questions, too much. See, oops. Hold on. Don't worry, that will come back. So for those of you who ask me oils questions, I tend to defer to other people who know because I'm not an oils person. It's too much work for me. It's too much drying time. The cleanup doesn't agree with my OCD and good. All right. Yes. Now, because that's going to really bug me. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. Got the first one from you at class in Chicago, Tracy. I'm so glad I had a new one now. Oh, you guys, if you don't have a stencil brush, it's kind of a must. I know. It's just something that will add to your... Okay. I'm a little crazy about this. All right. Good. Now, I'm going to end. I'm going to come back. Well, I am back. Now, one thing I want to do and I want to show you Oh, I gotta fill all that in. I'm gonna sit here for, this is what I was showing last night. Just so you know, I do continue to, this is an ink pad. I just like to darken up the edges. I know I tend to make things look easy, but it's because I practice. It's like going to the gym and realizing what you can and cannot do, and there's no limit. You got to figure out what feels good to you and what resonates with your art. Okay. So I'm okay with not completely covering that whole background. And there's going to be a binding in the middle. This though, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. This is where I just get going and then I can't stop myself. So I will stop. Here we go. I actually want this middle to be really yellow. And then I'll stop, I promise. Okay. Let's do this. This is okay. That was just yellow acrylic paint. I just want to turn this. Yellow is very transparent. It's because of the pigments. I have a lot of experience. I'm going to take a heat gun to this and I'm going to do something on purpose. I'm going to heat this up to where you can hear it crackle. I just wanted a little more yellow. But I'm going to watch this. Don't burn the paper. Do you see that bubbling up? Okay. Do you see that? Don't burn the paper. Don't burn the paper, okay? I know that's... All right. Now this is going to be the most boring process you ever see in the whole wide world, but let's see if I can get... Oh, that's a new... Hold on. I know I have a paint marker here that'll work fast. You guys know I can't go anywhere until this page is done. I'll just use a blunt Sharpie. Yeah, this. Okay, so what I want to do now, I'm going to fill this in. So the cool thing about this, look at that. And then when I take this, remember this? This was, that, remember the pencil that doesn't have? All right. That is a trick right there. Now watch, when I take this pencil, I'm gonna, oops. You can catch all of that, texture. So this is going to be a matter of doing this 100% and just completing this dotting thing until the density of the dots makes the flower come alive. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because I kind of lost this flower. I'm sorry, but I think when you get something that is handmade, and every handmade gift I've ever gotten, it's somewhere special in my house. This takes a little bit of patience. That's why I don't care about anything that's gotten in here. But I won't keep you. I will share this. I've been trying to share progression photos as I go along, and I'm gonna be obsessed with these. I'll probably sit here for the next, I don't know, half hour or so and just finish them, because then I'm nearly done. But you see how this starts to get life? Well, I hope it does. Otherwise, I'm going to shoot it dead. Okay, so are you marking your calendars next Monday to see? I'm going to load this video on YouTube. And again, this is a project that I feel like anybody can do. And I feel like it's something that you could take to teach a class. I don't even know if I'm going to cut the cards to all be blunt and be like matching in size. I don't care enough to... Not that I don't care enough. I think it looks better when it's a little bit handmade and hand done. It's kind of important to keep this sharpened though. There we go. All right. Now, and you see I mixed watercolors with acrylics. People always asking me if I still work with acrylics, and the answer is of course I do. I just don't work in my studio as much. I'm on the road or I'm in bed, and I don't like to take paints in bed with me. But Cheetos and a cheese platter are completely fine. All right, I won't keep you. Does this look... This is why I always think time-lapse is better. Okay, it's coming to life a little bit. Terry said, I can't wait until next Monday. You know who can wait? My dad. I didn't really completely sell him on the idea. But I kind of like that this blends, but it's completely contrasting. So where's my, okay. And the texture on this is just blowing me away. All right. So again, Donna said, I like the lives. So what I like to know is always, what do you want to see on Wednesdays? I have a whole calendar of events. My next, coming up, I'm going to share all the creative books that that have driven me through life. Oh, by the way, there's the idea place. And we're planning 6 months out on your artful journey, which is the most amazing thing ever, because I've already done all the art prompts for the next 6 months, meaning I'm going to challenge you. Yeah. Oh, my dad, by the way, we will have fermented beverages on tap. When I say fermented beverages, I will be serving a bottle of wine, and hopefully my mom will get on camera. She'll do one of these. Hi. And then she slips right out. So what I would encourage you to do is, if you have any questions, send them to me, because I will just slip them in the mix. He won't even know the difference. And by the end of the hour, he probably won't know the difference. Yeah, and for those of you who are part of your artful journey, I did record everything yesterday that I did, and it's live, and we're going to load that up so you can see it and have those to go back to. But all of these backgrounds were done in half an hour. Oh my God, my mom is amazing. My mom is beautiful, amazing, and perfect. And then she had me, which was tomboy, shy, quiet, obtuse, awkward. All right, I went past my time frame by quite a bit. I'm going to sit here and just finish this with Barbara Streisand rolling for about the next 20 minutes, and I'm going to finish these 2 pages, and then I will make sure to share these, and I'm going to photograph the little book once it's done. And this was just really basically 3 pieces of watercolor paper, and I'm not even going to do anything that is above and beyond. Everything can be done, and I will seal it all off. So any questions you have, send me your I'm just gonna throw my email in here because it's always nice to have info at if you don't know my last name, it's Winesapple. It means apple wine. And I'm going to say if you want to be on our wait list, you can go onto the website and put your email in there. There's no commitment. There's no nothing. It's all about just sharing what I'm super passionate about. That's it. Okay. Okay, she said, oh, Leslie said, I like how the right flower pops. And I'm going to do some more to this. I'm just going to give it a little, what my basis was this. So remember, you can always pull from what you've done before. Oh, Patty said, your community awaits. Have fun. For those of you who are part of your Artful community, you should have gotten a welcome email. There are 6 videos in there from beginner, advanced, beginner, novice, advanced. Go watch all 6 videos because December you're going to want to just paint and just be in your little creative space. Okay. Donna, thank you guys for letting me just carry this on. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 more pages. And then all the heartfelt writing. So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you. And I will see you next Monday. We'll welcome my dad with open arms and a big old bottle of fermented grapes. Okay. Good night, and I will see you on Monday night.